how to stop being a people pleaser. You're trying to be nice, but actually you are not nice at all. You're a liar. You pretend. You're not genuine at all. You adjust and you have different behaviors in different groups, just like a chameleon. But anything that you're doing, or most of your behavior, you're just pretending something. You're not authentic, you're not real. And personally, I don't want to be your friend right now here in this video. I just want to be honest. I don't like that because I don't know what you really think. Like maybe you have very important feedback to me and we're actually friends and you're never going to tell it to me and I cannot grow. Or you're just pretending to like me, but actually you hate me and you talk shit behind my back. Like, I don't know, like in business, in friendships, in relationships, in any relationship, I don't want to have people close to me who pretend to be nice, but then behind the back, they actually feel different, they talk different, they actually, maybe at some point just leave and just ghost me in a sense, or just the relationship is disappearing and you don't know why. Well, because you just don't like me, but you've never actually had the courage to talk to me and come up to me and actually have a conflict. So what I'm trying to tell you is that you think other people love it, but I think there are a lot of people who actually hate it and don't like it at all, and I'm one of those. And I just want to tell you that you tell yourself that you're a nice person for others because you don't want to bother others and you want others to be nice. But the truth is the opposite. You do this for you because you don't have the courage to have an argument. You cannot handle it if others don't like you. So you don't do this to be nice to others. You do this out of a selfish reason. So you're a liar and you're egocentric. Just to keep the record straight right now. Now, if you want to change this, and I guess you do want to change that because you're such a people pleaser for such a long time and you think by now, I need to change this. And most of the people also are in a sense even a bit angry about it. It's like, wow, why do I do this? Why can I not stand up for myself? Why can I not be myself? Because people who are very anxious, and people pleaser are anxious, often have a lot of suppressed aggression within them because they are their needs and they're not showing it. They're trying to inhibit it and be nice on top. So they never really show their emotions, and that's why a lot of aggression is also inhibited. And right now it's probably slowly popping up. You're like, oh, I don't want that. Why am I a people pleaser? And that's good. So let's talk about this. So we don't want to tackle the symptoms, we want to get to the root cause. And here's the number one reason why you are a people pleaser, which is your childhood shaped you that way. That's very important. Think about your relationships in your childhood. What if you disagreed with your parents, so your mother, your father, or your siblings? Maybe they gave you less love, maybe they liked you less. How did your parents, your friends, your siblings reacted if you did something nice for them, an act of service? Did that maybe maintain the relationship in some way? Or maybe your mother or father has been depressed and you noticed that as a kid, but as a result you just want to be the nice person, the one with a good mood around. There are a lot of reasons. Maybe you just didn't want to bother your father because he was always busy and maybe it was easy to criticize, and that's why you really learned very well how to adjust, how to be nice, how to not escalate, and how do you make others feel very good. So maybe one of those scenarios you just resonated, maybe it's something else, but basically the skill to be a nice person and adjust to others' needs, that is a skill because you're very good at noticing subtle things and emotions within others. You notice, oh, this is something that the person doesn't like, let's maybe do something else. Oh, yeah, that's what he likes. So you're very good at feeling others, and you're very good at pointing your perception to the outside. And that's a skill that you learned, and it's actually something you did because you wanted love. You did this out of love. You learned the skill to receive love, and it worked when you were a child. It worked with your mother or with your father, with your siblings, with your friends, but most likely something with your parents, your mother or your father. So it worked. It was great. And it is a skill, but there's a great cost to it because you did not learn to listen to yourself and to stand up to yourself. And you did not learn what could be the benefits. Maybe your mother and father was really bad at receiving critics and actually calling them out on something. And you haven't seen that actually there are a lot of people who enjoy that. And there are a lot of relationships where you need, and that's actually most relationships, where you need to open up a conflict at some point or to talk about your own needs to ensure that on the long run the relationship will be a healthy one and a good one. And that's something you haven't learned yet at this point. Now, how do you change that? How do you now work on not being a people pleaser? First of all, you gotta make sense of your past. You gotta make sense of your childhood. So you gotta go back in time a little bit and understand what relationships in your past led to you learning this style of being a people pleaser, and where did you learn that skill? And why was that? Making sense of that. What was the desire, for example, of my father? What did he wanted? What did I want? How did I react? How did my father react if I didn't people please? Making sense of those past relationships. And then if you know very clearly where this is most likely coming from, then you can work with that and resolve that. Inner child work is an example, systemic psychotherapy is an example, depth psychology is an example, where you can really go into cognitive behavioral therapy is an example. There are so many angles you can hit it, and also try out different styles which works better for each. And then, in a sense, work out those limiting beliefs and change them, not in a toxic positivity way, but in a very nurturing and helpful and long-term sustainable way. That's very important. So go back in time, make sure that this all makes sense, work things out here, and on top of that then build this healthy self-esteem, because you don't have a healthy self-esteem that is independent of others. Because you're right now always looking to the outside, like what do other people think? And if other people think I'm good, then I feel like I'm good. But where is your healthy self-esteem that is to a degree independent, and you're even okay if you have an argument with your partner, or if one of your friends doesn't like you anymore because you're authentic, So after you make sense of that, you gotta build that healthy self-esteem. That's an important point. Yeah. If you want to take a closer look and understand how this really tangibly works, what I always do is I take my time for a full hour. It's a strategy call. And in the strategy call, we go very detail oriented into your situation, and we work out a very specific strategy, step by step, very detail oriented. What are the tangible steps to overcome being a people pleaser and how this works? And if you want to sign up for such a free call, you can just schedule one. There's a link in the description below that you just go through a survey, sign up for a first call. It's more of a short one. We just quickly understand whether I can help you, whether this is a good fit. And then we have this full hour call, everything for free. Again, just click the link below, sign up, and I'll talk to you soon. Yeah, just stop being a people pleaser and just saying and putting yourself down, what you're having right now, like getting aggressive, like, oh, why are you doing this? I'm such a people pleaser. This is not going to help you. In a sense, it's good that you're starting to become more aggressive, because letting out this anger and being authentic is really helpful. But there are a couple of more things that you need to take into account to actually fully let go of this and not just be fully egocentric then and swing the pendulum the other direction, but actually maturely resolve that. And that's what I'm going to do in the coaching sessions. So just book this 1 hour call. I'm very excited diving into your life, and I'll talk to you soon.